Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We got some discussions to talk about. Today was a pretty crazy day, and I'm kind of exhausted, so we're just gonna jump right into it. So, again, as we do in all of the other discussion posts, as usual, no name calling. Everybody, if you know, you know, but won't be mentioning any personal no names and stuff like that. So let's jump right into it. I know everybody's already typing, so here we go. This person made a tweet talking about Palestine and stuff like that in Gaza. And again, we're just going to read the tweet. So it says a lot of Wiz content creators that were up in arms about KI releasing hard content and outright bullied another content creator to quitting or real quiet when it comes to holding them accountable for not supporting Gazan kids, similar to what they did for Ukraine. Just saying. So, yeah. And as you guys know, I was one of the unfortunate WizTubers to go on the geometric table ride. And for those of you that are, just curious about that, February we did a little bit of a round table or a square table, whatever the hell you want to call it, and we basically talked about the video game and stuff like that. Just some improvements that could happen and just our main complaints about it. Of course, people didn't take that lightly, and of course, everybody had their mixed opinions about that. But now that you know the full story about that, let's get on to this this post. Let's kind of break it down a little bit. And the first red flag is actually in the first sentence, or I guess the first part. A lot of Wiz content creators that were up in arms about KI releasing hard content. So that one is already a red flag because obviously this is targeted towards only those content creators that were in the roundtable, which is me, right? And when you do it like that and you're doing call outs, it kind of like, I don't know. I don't think it's the right way to go about the main topic, which of course is about Palestine and Gaza and stuff like that, right? When you're doing call outs, it just seems like a personal attack, right? And we go over to what we said in a community discussion about three factions in the Wizard101 community. There are the people that are overly obsessed with the game. There are people that just generally want to provide, constructive criticism. They're basically kind of in the neutral zone. And then there are people that absolutely love Wizard101 to death and won't bat an eye at anything, right? And as for this person, I would have to say that they're probably in the more obsessive part of the community because during this entire time, they've been very, very, very hell bent on trying to get KI to mention the cause. And in which case, I don't know. I feel like KI isn't really even obligated to say much about all the world issues that um, go around. And of course, the main template that always comes up as the reply is, of course, that they did the Ukrainian charity, right? They did the Ukraine charity. And of course, I've seen comments from you guys talking about KI shouldn't get political and stuff like that. And that is also a big rabbit hole that you guys can discuss in your own comments. But during this time, they've been very hell bent on, making KI make a statement, And the thing is, what's the end goal, though? If KI does make a statement, what's the general end goal to that? I feel like KI isn't like, a superhero where they can just magically make the problem go away, right? And that's genuinely kind of the main red flags I'm getting. And just that one comment alone talking about those specific content creators as well, because it generally just, puts a target on anyone. It feels like a personal attack, right? And then over here, we got the next red flag, which is basically talking about outright bullied another content creator to quitting. I don't even know what that even means. And again, we go back to the geometric square table of, opinions and comments and stuff like that, Of course, everybody had a lot to say. Some people didn't like what we had to say, right? And to that, I took like a month break and I came back healthy, just wanted to take a little detox. And apparently, I guess someone, decided to quit because I guess we bullied them to quitting, which I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm a bully, which is ironic. I've been bullied before in school and stuff like that, but I guess I've now become a bully, and so has everybody else, and so have you. And yes, the viewer that's watching, if you've made a comment, because apparently we're all bullies. And when it comes to that, and I mention this a lot, you have to find your own enjoyment with Wizard101, right? You can go gardening, you can go raiding, you can do whatever you want in this. I don't really think that people should have to be like bullied offline. I know a lot of my content creators that have been hacked and doxxed before, and that's like some really serious stuff. Not to diminish anything, of course, or not to change the topic, but still, bullying? I don't know about that, man. So obviously, we already got about 2 to 3 red flags already, and it's starting to just feel like a very slippery slope. I just don't understand it. But anyway, or real quiet when it comes to holding them accountable for not supporting Gazan kids, similar to what they did with Ukraine. And again, this goes back to content creators and stuff like that, right? Content creators aren't obligated to say everything. They're not, obligated to tell you their political party or their religion or, their ethnicity or whatever it is, right? They're not obligated to tell you those things, right? And I already made a video kind of saying, like, I support these things and stuff like that. And that already roughed up enough feathers. But I don't think that should be a necessity for content creators. Which, and again, you can still support the cause. You don't necessarily have to publicly say that, right? And that's kind of, I guess, a similar thing with KI. KI, can't probably say anything because of charity restrictions and whatnot. And you can go down that rabbit hole if you want, right? Now, further along during this entire time, apparently this person actually direct messaged all of the content creators, except me. I think I had my DMs off, but they direct message like everybody and stuff like that. And apparently they made a list, in which case I wasn't on the list. So it looks like I'm on home base for this, or at least I'm not really well renowned in the community. But regardless, though, the whole direct messaging content creators to the tweet and then making a list of these content creators and stuff like that, again, it kind of rubs people off the wrong way. And not once during scrolling through, the Twitter page, and of course I had to look through, very graphic imagery and, stuff like that gets retweeted. I haven't at least found one thing that has been a charity organization or a donation of some sort, So call outs don't really do anything. And it's definitely not going to push KI to really do much, And this is my girlfriend texting me. She says, even people on TikTok are more organized before they resort to callouts. They have Operation Olive Branch where you can adopt a family. Link GoFundMe's in their descriptions / link trees. Just make it clear that you support and are open to suggestions on how to help the cause and leave it at that. Yeah, right? And it definitely would be cool to do like a content creator charity stream for the cause and stuff like that. It definitely would be cool. I have no ill will against this content creator or the one that apparently got bullied off of content creation. I don't know what's that all about. But I don't really have ill will against anybody in this community. But when you are targeting content creators, and, including me, then, it kind of, again, just rubs off the wrong way. And it kind of diverts the attention off the cause, because now a lot of people aren't really gonna to want to engage with you, right? And I feel for this person. I'm sure they're going through a lot. I'm sure everybody's going through a lot. The world is fucked up, man. Life fucking sucks. The sun is gonna explode one day. All right? We're all gonna turn to ashes. It sucks. And I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, if you're just gonna do call outs and you're not gonna like link to charities and stuff like that, then are you truly supporting the cause? And why are they so obsessed with KI making a statement? And of course, they privated all their, videos respectfully, because of course they don't support KI, because KI, of course, hasn't made a comment about what's happening with Palestine and Gaza and stuff like that. And again, that doesn't really do much. You're not really providing much, right? The least you can do is at least link to some charities that people can then donate to. In which case, I asked my girlfriend, Nicole, because she has been a strong supporter of Palestine. I asked her to help me find any type of donation charities, which you can find in the top description and top pinned comment. They're basically in a form of a link tree that has a bunch of GoFundMe's from donations and just a bunch of stuff, GoFundMe's if you want to donate to certain organizations and stuff like that. And, I ask you to please check it out. If you do want to donate, of course, I'm not going to force you to donate, and that's your own choice to do, That is your own choice to do. And calling out WizTubers in general doesn't really help with that. It's just obnoxious, and it just diverts the attention off of the actual cause, which honestly makes me upset, right? And like I said, I'm sure they're going through a lot. I don't know what every WizTuber is going through throughout the years and stuff like that. I know social media can be very toxic and obnoxious, but I don't know, man. I just don't think this is like the proper way to really bring attention to the cause, in my humble opinion, right? And going back to the geometric table, we made that round table because we really do care about the game, right? We really do care about the content that Wizard101 puts out. Nobody wants to do the Nightmare Dungeon. Nobody wants to do like raiding 50 million times a day, right? It's a whole process, right? A lot of people think that the round table was like bashing the devs, and I was like, no, we're not bashing the devs at all. No, we love the devs. We just don't agree with some of the content choices. Not everybody has the time and luxury to do everything. I think I mentioned this somewhere in one of the Discords. I don't know which one, but not everybody has the luxury to play this game 24/7. Like, I just don't understand that. So, again, top pinned comment below if you do want to donate to any of the charities and actually make a difference. And also in the description as well. Both in the description and the top pinned comment. I will talk to you guys later, and yeah, until then, I hope everybody has a good weekend. I mean, my weekend is probably depleted now because of this, but hopefully everybody does have a good time and, good rest of the week. I really hope that we can stop doing these discussion videos, because quite frankly, they are very taxing and exhausting. And I definitely understand how video games are an escape for a lot of people, and I definitely respect that 100%. And yeah, we'll just see what happens in the future. I have a big headache, so we'll see what happens. If I will say this about the Wizard101 community: it's definitely not a community I would ever recommend in my entire lifetime. Like, I just would not recommend this community to anybody. But again, we'll see what happens. And if KI does say something about what's going on in Palestine and Gaza, that would be great. Of course, that would rough up a lot of feathers, because Zionists and whatnot, and that's a whole, again, another rabbit hole. But I feel like KI saying something Is it going to fix the issue? Donations and links to GoFundMe, that is actually going to at least attempt to make a difference and at least, trying to actually provide the help that could potentially help people out there and kids. So, again, I have a headache. So, hopefully, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Um, yeah, peace out.
Alright, it's my turn.